Now to NBC5 Responds. The next generation of cars may, or I don't know if it's a will or a may at this point, but they may be watching every move you make behind the wheel. It's kind of a
I'm not sure I like the sound of that.
I know, right?
Starting next year, impairment detection technology could be mandatory in every new car that's sold in the U.S. So PJ Randhawa is taking a closer look at this tech and why critics say it's a step too far.
In January 2019, Rana Abbas Taylor lost 5 members of her family. Lives ended by someone who officials say was driving drunk.
I felt that everything worth fighting for was gone.
But 10 months after the crash, Mothers Against Drunk Driving gave Rana a reason to fight when they came to her with a proposition. With Rana's help, the Halt Drunk Driving Act passed in 2021 in honor of her family. It requires all new U.S. vehicles starting in 2027 to include driver impairment detection technology. But the rollout has been delayed while regulators decide how the system should work. Here's how a video from MAD describes the tech.
These systems work passively, detecting illegal alcohol impairment without requiring driver action.
Critics say the technology isn't proven, and it's an invasion of driver privacy.
These cameras could be mounted inside your vehicle, continuously monitoring your eye movement, pupil dilation, head motions, and different patterns of alertness.
Michelle Dahl is with the Surveillance Technology Oversight Project, a nonprofit that fights government surveillance.
We're sold surveillance as a fix to everything, but the technology constantly comes up short and doesn't actually fix the problem.
Is the technology even up to speed to accomplish these goals of, stopping impaired driving?
Right, the technology is not proven to prevent drunk driving, and it does target people whose patterns might appear abnormal, so particularly people with certain eye conditions or neurological differences, physical disabilities, or even darker skin tones might trigger false positives.
Stephanie Manning, MAD's Chief Government Affairs Officer.
I think the thing we have to remember is that 34 people are killed every day in drunk driving crashes.
Yet Dahl warns this tech can collect data that could be sold or used by government agencies or businesses in ways you'd never anticipate and may never be told about.
We're happy to include privacy language, to work with members on legislative language if need be. What we don't want is for that concern to hold up stopping this crime.
Let's just look at what makes the most sense. And let's get it done.
We don't need to turn our cars into biometric surveillance devices to do that.
The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration is still in the process of determining which technology will be reliable enough for deployment in new vehicles. NHTSA is expected to update Congress in the coming weeks. PJ Randhawa, NBC5 Responds.
Thank you, PJ.